we're trading boom and crash indices. So let's see how much profit I'm gonna make on the market today. So I'm gonna start with crash 1000 index. Crash 1000 index right now. The market right here is at this level, and we can see that the market has bought for a particular period of time. So this is not a good entry position. First, let's check the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame, you can see that the market has bought up to this point. So the next step should be a sell. But first, let me add up my indicator. The first indicator right here is the moving average. Then I'll add the MACD, indicator. Then first of all, the RSI right here. Then add the MACD indicator. Perfect. Okay. So we're expecting a spike soon from the crash 1000 index. We're expecting a spike soon from crash 1000, and we can see here that the market has bought and price has gotten to this level of 90 on the MACD, so a spike would occur at that point. And let's see what we have here. So what I'll do is to go over to the crash 500 index. So I'm not catching spikes on this market. On the crash 500 index, what we're seeing right here is in a downtrend of the MACD, meaning that the spike could come at any given point. But on the 1 hour time frame, we're seeing that the market is buying. The market has sold, then the next step is a buy. So I'm in full confidence that I can place a buy, and I'm going to enter into 5 entries. 5 entries in a lot size of 1. So I just entered into 5 entries with a lot of 1. So let's cap this market and make some profit. So I've gotten 1 candle tick successfully. So after this candle tick right here, I will close the trade so that I don't get caught up with a spike, right? So I've made a profit of $2.60 right now. So after this candle tick, I'm going to exit the market because I'm expecting a spike soon, right? So I'm expecting a spike soon on this trend, right? Because we're looking at the moving average right here, and we're seeing that the moving average is creating a downtrend, right, towards this direction, and the market has bought for a particular period of time. All right, so this is a late buy, which I won't advise you to enter into the market during this point. This is a late buy. All right, so I'm going to close this trade at 3.75. all right, 3.78. we closed the trade, and what I did was I got 2 candle ticks successfully using a lot size of 1. So what I'll do right now is to head over to the crash 1000 index. All right, on crash 1000 index, what we're seeing here is a buy entry. All right, so if you remember clearly, guys, I told you that the spike would come through because price has gotten to level of 90 on the crash 1000 index. If you remember, we started at the crash 1000 index market, and the spike came through, just like I told you guys that the spike will come. All right, and what we're seeing right here is a curve, and you see, if you see this curve right here, price is going upwards towards this level, and the spike would happen sooner at this point. Let me mark it for you guys. Spike will come through this point right here very soon. Spike will come because what I'm seeing here is that this MACD right here is creating an uptrend going upwards to this level of 90 again. All right, it's going upwards to the level of 90 again, just like it did here. It went, and you can see, so spike would happen during this point very soon. All right, so this is not a good entry for a buy. Remember, I told you guys that I'm scalping this market, taking few candle ticks, so I'm not catching the spikes, right? So let's head over to boom 1000. On the boom 1000 index, let's zoom out. First, let's check the 1 hour time frame. Always check the higher time frame. Perfect. On the higher time frame, what we're seeing here is oversold. All right, the market will buy. So what we're doing right here, we're going to place a buy. I'm going to enter into 4 buy. So I just entered into 4 buy position, so we're catching the spike on boom. we're catching the spikes on this boom market, because what we're seeing right here is a good entry for a buy, because on the higher time frame the market has gotten to the oversold position. If you see right here, the market got here, it bought, it created what? A higher high. So next step is it will buy and create another higher low or higher high. So what we're seeing right here is what the market has sold to the oversold region. This is the oversold. If you zoom out, you can clearly see where price is at the moment, and price will buy. And when you zoom out to the last zoom level, you can see that the MACD touched the level of 10. We're expecting a very big buy on this market right here, as you can see. All right, so what I'll do is to hold this position and wait for the spike to come through. All right, so the market just spiked right now and we are in the profit of 30 USD. So what I'll do is to close all the positions right now. Okay, so we made a profit on the market, about $30 from the market, although it took quite some time before the spike came through. And sometimes the market happens like that, you know. The spikes don't always come at the expected time, but as long as you know what you are doing on the market, as long as you know that your analysis is correct, that the spike would come, because we're seeing that the market is at the oversold level, and whenever the market gets to the oversold level at the higher time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, spike will always come through, the market will always buy. So that is a good entry for a buy. And at this market is at this position right now, the market will still buy again. All right, the market will still buy again, just as we're seeing right here. There was a little buy on the market, so the market will still buy. All right, but I don't want to place another buy due to, you know, how long it took for this first buy to come through, which is the first spike. But although a spike will come eventually, if we look at this point right here, we can see the position where I bought the market, and at this point right here, as you can see, at this point, the market, this was the profit we made from the market right here. That is about almost 15 to 20 pips, almost 15 pips right here, almost 15 candlesticks profits. And we made a huge amount of losses, although I knew that the market would spike, and the spike came through on this market. So on the first trade we made a $3 profit, and on this second trade right now we just made $30 profit from this market. So over to Crash 500 index. On Crash 500 index, what we're seeing right here is a spike. A spike just came through on Crash 500 index. But first, let's check the 1 hour time frame. All right, let's check the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, what we're seeing here is a sell entry. So we're going to place a buy and take just 2 candlesticks. All right, so I've gotten about 2 candlesticks right now. So what I'll do is close the entries on $3, right? So the reason I'm closing this entry right now is because I'm seeing that a spike would come and the MACD is on a downtrend. So what I'll do is to close this trade at $3 and take the profit right here. All right, so I'm going to close all positions using the bulk operations right now. So like I said right here, that the spike would come. Take a look at it. This is a very big spike again, and this was the spike that came through after I closed this trade, and there was another spike right here, as you can see. So if I had not closed this trade and I continue to hold, this spike will come through and cut all the profits, and it would have resulted in a lost trade. So on Crash 500, we're taking a buy on this market, taking just 2 candlesticks profits. I'm going to enter into about 7 entries right here. I'm going to take just 2 candlesticks from this market. Now the reason why I'm taking 2 candlesticks is because of the spike that will come, because what we're seeing right here, a spike occurred at this point and the market has bought for a particular period of time. The market has been buying right now, as we're seeing, and the spike has not come through, meaning the market has not sold yet. So the market will sell. Okay, we're seeing a sell soon. So I'll just take 2 candlesticks right here and exit this trade, right? And exit this trade after 2 candlesticks on the profit. So we got 1 candlesticks. So on the next candlestick, I'm going to exit the trade and take our profits, right? So this is what you can do when you're trading crash and bull market. Always cap the market, taking small price movement as profit, taking the profit from the market. Okay, you don't need to be greedy on the market. You don't need to hold too long on the market, because when you hold too long, because of the high volatility of crash and bull market, the spike may come through and take away your profit, and you might even end up losing your trade. Okay, so what we're seeing right here is that we have gotten one and we have gotten the second candle tick, right? So what I will do right now is to close these entries and take the profit for $3, right? $3.40 as profit. Okay, as you can see. So remember, the amount of lots you use on your trade will result on the amount of profit and loss you earn. So if you increase your lot size, your profit will increase, but if you end up losing your trade, the losses is going to be big. Okay, so that's why if you are using a bigger lot size, you need to know what you are doing on the market. You need to know your analysis properly, your psychology, your analysis, and you need to have emotional control in case your trade didn't go the way you planned it to go. All right, but before entering into your trade, before placing a trade, always plan your trade, plan your analysis perfectly. Okay, always plan your analysis perfectly before you enter the market, right? So right now what we're seeing in the market is a buy. We're seeing a buy right now because the market is buying and the market could sell. That's why I hesitated at this point. All right, so now what I would do is to check what's happening on the crash 1000 market. Let's see what happened on the market. All right, so as you can see right here, this market is buying, but the market will sell. So I'm not going to place a buy and I'm not going to place a sell, because I don't want to lose some profit on the market before I get the spike. And sometimes when the spike can come in, the spike might not be big. All right, so it doesn't worth it. So let's check what's going on the crash 300 index market. All right, on the crash 300 index market, we're seeing right here that the market has bought for a particular period of time and the market could sell, right? Just like I said, the market could sell and the market sold immediately. So this is what you need to analyze before you place a buy or a sell on crash indices. What you need to know is study the market. If the market has been buying for a particular period of time, do not place a buy. Okay, do not place a buy late on the market. You can expect spike pretty soon. Okay, so what I would do is to check the other trade like the boom 300 or boom 500 index to see what's going on the market. All right, so what we're seeing right here, let's check the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame, the market is buying, right? The market is buying and the next step could be a sell. So what I would do right here is to place a sell and take 2 candlesticks from this market. All right, place a sell and take 2 candlesticks from this market. All right, so we have successfully gotten 2 candlesticks from this market. So what I'll do right now is to close this entry to avoid spike. So when it gets to $3, I'm going to close the trade and take the profit. I close all positions right here and I have successfully gotten $3 profit from this trade entry. So you can see, guys, once you have planned your strategy, you have planned your analysis, your trade always goes the way you want it to go, right? So the reason why I'm taking 3 or 2 candlesticks from this market is because of the high volatility of crash and bull markets. We are scalping the market, taking small price movement, and we are using our indicators, our analysis properly to check how the market is doing. So what I will do right now is to show you guys the setup I use for this strategy. The indicators which I use, the first one, I use the moving average on period 200, while the method is exponential. I apply to close. The style is on 2 pixel. I use the color purple, then that's it. Then I click on done. Then the second indicator is the RSI. The RSI, I put it on period 14, apply to close. The levels on 90 and 10, where I added sell to this point and I added buy. Then I added 2 pixel with red color. Then you click on done, right? Then the style right here, I will use on 2 pixel. The color, I use it on blue. Then the pattern of the line, I use this first trend line, which is the straight one. Then I click on done. All right, so what we're seeing here is a very big buy. If I zoom out, you can see that there is a spike right here. All right, you saw that I took 3 candlesticks and spike came through. Now, this is the reason why scalping is the best strategy for boom and crash, right? You see that I wish I didn't exit at this point of this market and take my 3 candlesticks. This spike would have taken away this trade profit that I had, and I would have ended up losing my trade, and I would get a margin call on this trade, right? So just as you see, guys, always know that the market on crash and boom will spike all the time. So what you need is your own perfect strategy, taking the candlesticks, scalping the market, taking small profit from the market. That is how you can trade perfectly on crash and boom. So on the MACD, I use fast EMA on 12, slow EMA 26. The MACD SMA, I put it on 9, just as you are seeing right here. Then apply to close. Then the mean right here, I put it on 2 pixel. I use the color of red, the color of green. By the signal on 2 pixel, I use the color of red, and the trend line is the straight one. Then I clicked on done. So that's pretty much it for the strategy that I used to make this amount of profit on this market. So you can see that we made a huge profit from this trade, right? We made a huge profit from this crash and boom trade that we made, I made a big profit from this market. All right. So if you find value in this video and you really enjoyed watching this video, do it to like and subscribe to the channel, the Daily Forex. I'll see you guys on the next one.